Have you heard about this videotape that kills you when you watch it?
Well, I'm getting ready to watch a video.
Really? What?
Oh, just some scary movie.
You like scary movies?
Uh-huh.
Cheers. Hey, welcome to the Movie Night Massacre. I'm your host, Grant Nelson. This is Kenz Foust.
There you go.
Got the name right this
Remembered
time. Yeah. So here on the Movie Night Massacre, we like to recommend movies that you can readily watch tonight. Movies that, nothing obvious, so movies that we think you haven't seen but that you definitely should.
Yeah, nothing mainstream.
Nothing mainstream, so nothing like The Purge.
Or like the Annabelle movies, that type.
Even though those are good, but they're too obvious.
So good.
Yeah. So, but we like to get you watching movies as quick as possible, so we're just going to give you 5 reasons why you should watch these movies. And, so what is going to be your pick tonight?
So I'm doing Haunt.
Oh, good pick.
Okay,
I like that movie.
I thought you were going to do that one.
No,
I was like,
no.
Oh, shoot.
Good pick.
Right?
Good, and I just watched that, so, okay, cool.
And it's kind of like a just like my last movie, too, if you think about it, so.
Yeah. I'm going to age myself. 25, so Ginger Snaps is my movie. Have you seen Ginger Snaps? I knew you hadn't. It's so good.
When was it made?
2000.
Oh, got it.
Long time ago. Like middle school for you or something like that.
I was born in 97, so about like
Holy shit. I was trying to make a joke.
So like 4.
Holy, yeah. I was trying to make a joke and that did not work. Okay, cool. But before we get started with these very different movies, we're just going to give you a quick synopsis of the film.
Awesome. On Halloween, a group of friends encounter an extreme haunted house that promises to feed on their darkest fears. The night turns deadly as they come to the horrifying realization that some nightmares are real.
2 death-obsessed sisters, outcast in their suburban neighborhood, must deal with the tragic consequences when one of them is bitten by a deadly werewolf. Okay, this is 5 reasons why you should watch Ginger Snaps or
Haunt.
We'll tear your soul apart.
Okay, so this is 5 reasons why you should watch Ginger Snaps or The Haunt. Reason number 5, it is available to watch on Shudder. I don't usually talk about Shudder very often, but it's a really good program, and it's only $5 a month, so get on it.
Definitely worth it.
Yep.
It's all horror based.
What is your number 5 on, Kenz?
My number 5 is the same. It's on Shudder, but also you can watch it on Vudu, Google Play, and YouTube, but that does cost money. But I actually stumbled upon it the other day on Shudder because it was one of their top ranked movies.
Nice.
So.
Yeah. I've been seeing it on there.
But I didn't see yours on there, so.
Ginger Snaps, it's like super recent, so you just gotta look a little harder. Mm-hmm. Kenz doesn't like to look at anything past the year 2000, so.
That is true.
It's kind of true, right?
It is
true.
All right, my number 4 for why you should watch Haunt is if you watched our previous episode we did. I did 31, and it was kind of like a group survival. They're thrown into this arena, and they were like attacked by multiple different murders and stuff. And that's kind of what Haunt is. It's a group of people again being put into another like maze, and they're being hunted by multiple different people. And so it keeps entertaining that each new person that's like kind of hunting them like brings their own weapon to the game, their own reason, all this stuff. So it's kind of like another version of 31, which everyone voted was better last time. So.
They did. They
for Haunt,
unfortunately did.
Just
whatever.
like it.
Okay, so my number 4 reason is why you should watch Ginger Snaps is because it just starts off so quickly. I like movies that just kind of get you going real quick. So right away, there's a lot of gore. There's a dog getting ripped apart by presumably a werewolf. And then right away we get introduced to our main characters, a couple of sisters. We learn that they're like suicidal. They have this death pact together, and they're like inseparable sisters. And then the credits roll, and then the credits are awesome too. And it's about them. They like take all these like morbid pictures of themselves like in death positions and stuff. And so you kind of get the whole premise of the movie and all the characters introduced within like 5 minutes, and I love that.
Yeah, I hate slow plots. It takes forever to get there.
I agree. Yeah.
Can't stand it.
Faster the better.
Alrighty, so my number 3 why you should watch Haunt is there's about 6 killers that are kind of stalking the group throughout the entire haunted house maze thing, and they all wear masks. And then when each time that one of the people is going up against like one of the kids in the group, they end up saying, "You want to see my face?" They take their mask off, and their face is 10 times scarier than the mask. Which a lot of times in horror movies, when a killer gets demasked or something, and you see it's just a normal like person, right? So it's not as scary without the mask. With them, their faces are distorted. They have horns coming out. Their teeth are ragged. Like they purposely make their face even scarier, which makes it. I'm like, put the mask back on. Like it's just it's a twist that makes it even better and scarier.
All right, so my number 3 for Ginger Snaps is it's just like a neglected group of film. Tell me how many good werewolf movies there are. It's like one that you know of because you haven't seen Ginger Snaps.
Yeah.
American Werewolf in London is the only one that comes to mind that I rewatch over and over again. But there's no others except for Ginger Snaps. And even Ginger Snaps 2. I don't want to ruin it. Maybe I could cover that one another time. But Ginger Snaps 2 is good too. So if you like Ginger Snaps 1, it's really good. And I just like that you never get to see werewolves. And it's fun. They're awesome.
Yeah.
But they're never around.
It's always like
There's never
tacky and
one.
cheesy if they make a werewolf movie.
They're terrible.
So my number 2 with this is, in the beginning you think they kind of stumbled upon this like haunted house and like what happened to them was just like shit luck. But it wasn't. So they turn out, we find out halfway through the movie that these psycho people that are hunting and killing them actually stalked them. They knew where they lived. They knew everything about them. And there's one scene, of course, one of the girls that survived was like the most damaged one and all that, like always. And they recreated her bedroom from when she was little, because when she was little, her dad had this crazy episode and tried to kill her, and she had to hide under the bed. So what they did is they had her in one of like her replication of her room and had her under there, so then it triggered old memories and stuff like that. So they actually sat down and like hunted their prey and learned what made them tick and stuff like that, instead of just it being a random act of like, oh, that sucks.
That was good, yeah, because it made it a little bit more scary how everything
was like, instead of it just like, oh, them getting killed by random people, it's like it was psychological too. They were doing that mentally and like physically to them.
Yeah, it was all like specifically set for each one of them. Yeah, that was cool. It did make it creepy, especially that like the little girl room at the
Yeah, and she had to like hide under the bed just like her father, and she was like, when the guy came in the room, it was like switching back and forth from like her old memories to right now. Yeah, so it's messing with her completely.
Yeah, that's a good movie. Keep forgetting how good that is.
Yeah.
My number 2 is going to be great characters. There's not that many characters in the movie, but they're all really good. And I like that we focus on the 2 sisters. Like the story is just basically all about them. And they all have clear goals. They all have clear wants and desires. I love that. That way, I just fall through with them and I know exactly where they want to go. And they're both really morbid and very sexual, which is always a plus.
Always Grant's favorite.
Yeah.
Always love that. So my number 1 on why you should watch Haunt is that it ties back to number 2. So with number 2, I said that they actually stalked them. They knew where they lived and they knew everything about them. And so at the end, one of the girls that like survives, instead of pretty much like she went to the police and everything, but instead of getting like bodyguards and stuff, she knew that the last killer standing knew where she lived. So she set up a trap in her home to get revenge that he had to go through what she went through.
Oh, yeah,
so the best is revenge. When the main character went through all that and then she gets revenge, that is always the best part.
Damn it! Yeah, I forgot about that part too. That's good.
Like
nice. I've only seen the movie once. I think maybe.
Yeah, she because she knows he's gonna go to her house, so she's like, all right, I'll let you know how this feels.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's pretty badass.
Yeah, it is really cool. Yeah. Ah, damn it. Yeah, I need to rewatch that movie. I think you
just. That's good, right?
Yeah, you convinced me to watch it again. Good job.
Thank you.
So my number 1 reason why you should watch Ginger Snaps is. Oops, let me read my notes.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, sorry. I mean, I don't have notes.
Not prepared, I see.
What do you mean? I don't have notes.
He's frazzled because I'm winning.
So it's the deeper meaning of the movie. So the movie, it is on the surface. It is about 2 sisters. One of them gets bit by a werewolf, and then they have to hunt down the werewolf and kill it, and then try to save their sister from being a werewolf. But the deeper meaning is these 2 girls, they're just tied at the hip, but they're kind of growing up and becoming their own, they're becoming women. And so they're growing up, they're getting different, they're kind of separating and going their different paths, and they're meeting boys. And then, and also one of them is getting a period for the first time. I guess I don't know anything about women, but she's getting her period while this whole event is happening, and they're kind of like mixing those 2 together. So I like that it's it's not just on the surface, that whole werewolf movie. It has a very different meaning altogether. So.
Yeah, signifying like womanhood and stuff like that, and growing up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't mind becoming a werewolf. That'd be kind of hype.
Hey, watch Ginger Snaps. Watch Ginger Snaps and learn how to become a woman. So, Ginger Snaps. I'm not really exactly sure how I first watched it. I'm gonna give credit to Gabby. Her last name is. I'll put it up. I'll put it up in a little title.
That's brutal.
I've had a beer. Okay. But Gabby, I think she's the one that turned me on to it because she loves werewolf movies. So I'm pretty sure she did. So I love Ginger Snaps. Couple of flaws with it, I guess. The acting, the girls, they do their part pretty well, but sometimes the acting's a little, whatever. But it's still super fun. It's such a good idea. Totally makes up for all those little flaws, and it's super 2000s-ish.
Yeah.
Which is never good. Music, clothing styles is always like
horrible.
Really bad. So if you want a little time capsule, Ginger Snaps is definitely for sure.
So Hunt, I ran into Hunt like 2 days ago because
Nice.
I wanted to do 3 from Hell, which is another Rob Zombie movie, like 31. But for some reason it didn't say it was on Shudder, which I think it is. I just didn't look hard enough. And so I found Haunt on there. I was like, wow, this looks really good. So that's how I found it. Flaws with that is the people in there are absolutely stupid. The kids that go in there, the college kids, anytime they like get a weapon, like a pitchfork or something, they just drop it and run. Or like a gun or a chainsaw.
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't think you should take the weapon with you and use it? Like they have a whole arsenal of weapons and they just drop it and run. I'm like,
that's why you need to watch horror films all the time, so you
I'm
know
like,
what
come
to do
on.
when you get in those positions.
But it doesn't matter. It's still really good.
It's really fun.
They're really thought out.
It looks good,
they're just
too.
stupid. They don't have common sense in this.
Yeah, it
Like,
kind
at
of makes
all.
them. It kind of makes you want them to die more, which is
Yeah,
always
I'm like,
nice,
okay, you
so.
deserve it at this point. Like, you really do.
Yeah. All right, so you let us know who did a better job, Ginger Snaps or The Haunt.
I think we all know who's gonna win this one.
Yeah,
Again.
Ginger Snaps. Duh. Everybody loves 2000s, early 2000 movies. Come on.
Yeah.
All right, but until next time.
Be my victim.
And I missed it.
That's good. I made up for it.
Okay.
All right, cool. What were you saying about Taco Bell having a...
Oh, today is free Doritos Locos Tacos. I think they're doing it every Tuesday now.
Really?
So, yeah, so no purchase necessary, just a free Doritos Locos Taco. Just pull on up and it's there. But yeah, they've been doing it for like 3 weeks in a row now.
Oh,
Every Taco Tuesday.
nice.
So we should probably hit that up.
It's a good idea. Try to get people out of the quarantine. It's smart.
Yeah, and then bring business to Taco Bell.
I am hungry. I really do want one, though.
I know, right? That'd be fire. I love the nacho one.
All right. I forgot to hit stop, so...
Should we just keep going?
Yeah, let's just do let's just do something. I don't know. How about movies that we really want to see that we're like kind of like on our list, like movies that are like you're anticipating
And
to
then
watch.
got it. We
Yeah.
haven't yet.
I know. No. What's a movie that you want to watch?
So mine's embarrassed. I haven't seen is The Exorcist. I feel like that's a classic, like an absolute classic, and I just haven't seen it. I don't know why.
It's older. It probably feels like homework, but man, it's good. I saw it in the theater too. Not when it originally came out. I'm not that old, but when it came out again. yes. What's up, buddy? So for me, Frozen, not the musical animated movie.
With Elsa.
But Frozen, it is a movie that's on. I think it's on Amazon Prime. My Amazon Prime's acting up, so I haven't been able to watch it, but.
I own Frozen. I love it. It's really good.
I like simple ideas like that. People going up
Because
on
it's realistic. It could happen.
I think it's probably based on real stuff.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a good one, and it makes you think like, oh shit, what would I do if I was in their position too?
Yeah,
Or
and I hate
would I do what
cold.
that person did, or?
Okay. Well, I want to know what that person did, so I'm gonna have to watch it.
It is. Yeah, it's really good.
All right, cool. So comment below. Let us know who won this week, and from all of us here, hey, get over here, buddy.
Be safe in quarantine.
She's gonna call my face.
Watch original videos Grant has done on his channel as well.
There you go.
Since you're gonna be bored in quarantine, might as well.
Cool. All right, we're gonna go talk about. See you suckers later.
Bye.